Alrighty, day 14. And this time I'm going to be going a little slower. We'll take that, the allowance. Now, there's some things I've been skipping. We're in the entryway. And the one thing I hadn't been able to really tell before was what card was this on the left? It is the Queen of Diamonds. And this is the Ace of Spades. The entry hall always has this pair of pictures. Don't know why. See what our options are here. I have not done the root cellar yet. Boy, it's got a bunch of dig spots in it already, right here. I was not expecting that. Now this is interesting. A family tree. Sinclair and Epson. William Epson, Lady Ashlyn, Lionel Epson, Jump on my Holly Train. And of course, Mary Epson at the bottom, who became Mary Matthew Jones, who then had had some kids who were then named after her father and Herbert Sinclair. The titular character named after Simon here, and his older brother named after Herbert. Well, that's a nice find. I'll have to come back here with a shovel, though. It is indeed a root cellar. It has roots growing into it. Not in the best of shape. Okay. And start to the right. And draft it in. Okay. So from looking at my previous videos, I already know the pattern here. We have a pine on the left and we have a pin on the right. That would represent an E as the difference. I'll go ahead and draft a nursery. I think that's a good choice. Immediately get some steps back. There's just a lonely gem sitting here waiting for us. Now we have our next two. And I'm going to pause here for a second, just go over to my document on the side. And do day 14 E. Now this is stag and tag. That's an S. So E was in the den. S is in the nursery. I don't know if it matters what rooms. I don't know if it has to do with the layout of the map. I do not know how I'm supposed to assemble these words to assemble things together yet. I need to create a little table so I can kind of track this. So got the den, E, and the nursery, S. Okay, I'm going to go north from the den. I'm going to draft a drawing room. Now this one's a little messy. I don't know if there is a pattern that can be discerned here. There are a lot of the same pictures. Horse is repeated, the man walking around is repeated, the person with the umbrella is repeated. There's a kid running with a newspaper. And he's repeated up there, running the opposite direction. But we have down here, we have on the table, we have bath and we have bat. That's an H. And I don't want to spend more diamonds right now. And also I would prefer to turn things north. So I'm going to go with the Nook. Okay. So, cart and car. There will be spoilers for this game by watching me, just FYI. Ah, that's worth it, actually. Okay. A room I've never been in. And, oh, I know what that means, too. Okay, and halfway there already. Okay. I gotta get the other items that I need for this. Okay, and here's this. Page 5. These found inside will never shade. The gems that shine in night and rain, the clue you hold cannot be paid with gems nor coins, so toss away these sheets you find a worthy trade. Okay. And of course, lots of dig spots. I gotta get a shovel. So that did not have any. Yeah, that did not have any pictures. At least none that I saw. I'm hoping to come back to that. I feel like I should head back towards the entrance. And go the other way. Take the closet. Okay, and nice. As much as I want to do that, I can't because that will dead end me. Has to be this. So I did a closet. Bedroom. Okay. We've got a bridge. And yeah, okay. Too expensive for me. It'll have to be the corridor. Unless I want with unless I want to re-roll. And I don't. Okay. Oh, I have things laid out in the wrong spots. Nice. Okay, I can make that work. I have to spend a gem, but if I had been able to do this first, then I wouldn't have to spend the gem, but then I would be completely dead. Well, not fully. The drawing room still leads north. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and lose the corner and pull the pull this. I need a shovel. Now I go back to the drawing room and hope. Hope, 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 hope. Ah, there's the room I've been looking for, and of course I can't take it now because I have to take this. It's really doing a number on me. Okay. Okay, I know what that means. There's even a dig spot in here now. What the heck's... Yeah. And of course, there's the shovel, but I need more money. Even in the spare room, huh? Maybe that's serviceable. Well, the pantry gives me money immediately. So, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay. I have no idea what this thing is called. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. Okay. I got it. I gotta do the courtyard. That's helpful. Taking a chance, but here. I have a yeah, I know what that means. All right. Ooh, a new thing. It gets harder. Okay. I think I know what it's telling me. uh, yep. Got through it. Okay. Back to the commissary. Metal detector is now owned, so grab the shovel. Now I need to check something. I need to check workshop contraptions. I would need the battery and the broken lever to make what I need. I have not seen those items. What I'm going to do, I'm going to head out of here, back to the start. Back outside. Back to the root cellar. I'm going to start there with the shovel. And then I'll make myself my way back to the courtyard where I need to move north. A rock. Nothing. Silver key. An ordinary key. And some coins. Really hard to tell if the closet contains 2 pictures, but I think it actually does. So I will expend the necessary step to get in there, and yes, it does. I should have written that down to begin with. The theory that's emerging for me is that the letters lay out on the map of the house. But we'll see. Okay, I got additional steps for walking into the bedroom. Rock. Bolton. And I'm pretty sure this is like was listed as one of the barren spots. Not really worth having a green room here, but it is a makes it so that future green rooms don't cost gems. Two steps back. Here. Go in here. Into the greenhouse. A safe deposit key for a different room. Oh, jeez. There's another one. That's for 304. Now my head's really broken. Nothing of interest buried there. Of course, there's the lever spot. Oh, man. I need the right items on the right day. Unless there's a way to rig the system. And there's probably a way to rig the system that I haven't figured out yet. Another dig spot. Almost missed that one. 30 coin. Chewing through our steps pretty quickly. Old shoe. A turnip, though. That's useful. 6 more steps. Coffee grinder. Egg timer. All right, back to where we stopped, and there's dig spots for me to examine. E. Coins. Could really use more turnips. There's another turnip. North we go. And the cloister's now free. It was worth it. It was worth it to take that risk because this is a 4-way door. That gives me a lot of directions I can go. And it's a new room I haven't drawn before. Now, question, how do I get in the center in order to dig? Well, that's a mystery, isn't it? I mean, there's no jumping mechanic in this game. Wonder if this is something where you need an upgraded item that lets you reach out further. Possible. All right, let's go this way. Yeah, I'm gonna use a regular key for this one. Yeah, no, as much as I would like to do the patio, I'm going to do the hall because that gives me north and south. As much as I'd like to do the storeroom, as well. All the way it is. More options. Okay, so I've got a hallway. Okay. Now I am where? Well, that's a bit late. I could have used that earlier. But it will let me continue into space behind the pantry. It's free now. So, yeah, we'll take it. Coin. There's a chest, which I can break open. Gives me keys. There's a dig spot. Nothing of interest there. There's another key. Dig spot. Rock. Dig spot. Coin. Gem. Well, I'm loaded on coins now. Okay, so we have... There's one. Where's the other one? Okay. Okay, I got it. Let me write this one down. And then that one's a veranda, which had no picture. Okay. On. Okay. Coin. Let me back away for a second. I know I got a silver key. Which, yeah. Oh, dig spots, how I want you. This door's not locked. As much as I want to do the office, I don't want to do that right now. Okay, it'll be this one. Okay, and we've got... Ah, yeah, this is the one that I haven't figured out yet. I was like, I could not figure out any combination that works for this. Like the left side's like a cliff, a bluff. A distant tree. The sea. Ocean. It's rocky, it's steep. It's a coast. Ah, it's coast. Okay, now I've got it. And this one's not locked. So, yeah, it would have been a waste for me to use the key at all. Guest bedroom will blockade my progress, but give me 10 steps. Patio will rotate the way I don't want to, unless I spend a gem to rotate it. That might be worth it. Oh. Well, that's not nice. These floor plans cannot be rotated. So you're going to tell me I have the option to do it and then tell me I don't have the option to do it. That's rude. Well, I could use gems, so could really use some more gems. So, take a risk. Go ahead and roll the patio. Apple, gem, key, battery pack. The Lucky Rabbit's Foot is definitely delivering. It's just not delivering what I need. There's one. There's one of the items. I'm gonna need the workshop though. None of this will come to fruition if I don't get the workshop. Unimpressive pebbles. Again, I would need... I've got all the items I need. I need the workshop. At this point, I have to have the workshop. Got the battery, I've got the broken lever, I've got the sledgehammer. Man. It will probably all come crashing to the ground. The game's not going to let me get too much progress in one day. It's locked. Silver key. Well, this would have been handy earlier. Unfortunately, having already done the spread, it's not going to bring those items to this room now. So we are in, let me go back to my log, update my log. Now I'm in conference room. And painting a rock, painting a moon. This is another pattern that I hadn't figured out. Let's see. So it's a biplane. Which we could just say plane. It's in the sky. It's fly. There's birds. There's clouds. This looks like somebody's drawing, painting, carving. Looks like it's a moon, or maybe they're cutting an orange. peeling an orange? Fly and Sky don't feel like they would be good candidates. Lane. I think I know what it is. I think I know what it is. Okay. All right. Please give me a workshop. No workshop. Parlor. Take the parlor. Something's not right with my drawing. I have to fix it. And okay, I fixed that. And okay, that's got that. All right, we'll grab our key. And well, it's time to solve this puzzle. The gems are in a box with a statement containing the letter B. Blue box is true. That is not helpful because then it could be either one of those. The gems are in a box with a statement containing the letter U. Okay, so let's think this through. Let's suppose that this one's false. Then it could, if it was false, saying the gems are in a box with a statement containing a U, this has a U, so it would not contain the gems. And this does not have a U. So it would be the box that contained the gem. If that's false, and this is true, then it's in the blue box, which is also true. That works logically. Let me make certain that I'm not missing something. Let's suppose that the statement on the blue box was false. That has a B. That does not. So that would be telling me that it's in one of these two boxes, which is not helpful. Assuming that that was true. But okay, suppose it's false. If it was false, then that would mean it had to be in the black box. That would also mean that this one also had to be false. But then this one would also be, this would be true because it does have a U. Okay, this one's a tough one. I'm just going to pause for a second and show my notes. So right now I've got this map I've drawn out in my document where I'm mapping out what letter I think each square is. Every case being two pictures in a room. There's a difference between the two pictures. You have to figure out a word for each picture and then figure out what letter is different between the two. So like the conference room, it was planet and plane. So the T at the end of planet would be the letter. So back to the puzzle. If this is true, that would have to be true. And this would be false. Which work if this is false. This cannot be false. All three boxes have B's on them. That confirms that this is true. And because that has to be true when this says it's true. Yeah. Okay. So, it's got to be, and that has a U in it, and this is false, so it has to be the blue box. Yeah, I knew I made a logical error at some point because I shouldn't have come up with a conflict. I should close my document. Now you can see. I have never seen the aquarium before. It counts as a bedroom because it's purple and every other color. There's this. I see why it counts as every room because it's got little dioramas of each type of room. There's a key. Now hang on. Okay, this room didn't exist yet when I created the patio, so that's why there's no gym there. The red room. It's in archives. And there is my pictures for this room. So the room south of the parlor. Okay, chart and cart. Okay, that would connect to the cloister on the other side. If I care, I don't. Let's go ahead and go to the mailroom and see what we get. Nothing else here really matters. Package delivered. Brass compass and 2 gems. Delivered by Kay Thompson, whom we know took one of the books out on the library. She is the person who wrote the note in the lab saying, "I'm lost. I don't understand how to get here." And she was also the previous person that withdrew the book on drafting. And key piece of information, what we now know is that day 14 is equal to November 19th. I had gotten messed up about which day was which day this game started on. This receipt, I needed to check. I could have checked my other videos before this, but this indicates the date that it was packed. Now the question is, did it arrive on the 19th or did it arrive on the day after the day it was packed? Is the shipping day the same as the arrival day? That I don't know. But it does tie us in a little bit in terms of the date. We know that this was packed on the 19th. The office computer might actually give me the current day. I'm not sure. Well, actually, I ordered this 2 days ago. So normally I would have picked it up yesterday. So yesterday should have been the 19th. And today should be the 20th. The day 13, I could have conceivably picked this up. Oh, I'll figure it out. Compass lets me do floor pans north. Already solved the VAC puzzle. Already know about Denny. Already read Dad's letter. I've already examined the stamp closely. We do have photos to look at, though. We have... Okay. We have a tiger. And we have Tear. What's really neat is I put the letters onto my chart. I start to get an idea of what some of the rooms must say. What some of the rows must say. But it's too early to be sure. It will probably take an additional day. I do not remember this rolled up thing being here. I have looked at this before and I do not recall seeing this rolled up thing here. If that thing was there before and I just didn't notice it, I'm going to smack myself. It's a map. It's telling me to go to a certain room. Okay. Of course, I'm not in that particular spot that it starts from right now. I mean, right now I am in the center column. And that's pointing at this hallway. Huh. Well, I've got 33 steps. This day has been a trip. Well, that... Okay. Door is locked. We'll do the dining room because it gives me a passage that continues. And I'll put dining room. And we have meals not been served yet. I have not yet gotten to rank 8. We have fire and fur. That's blocked off, but that's open. Still got a door. I got 12 keys. Well, now I get this security room. I haven't seen it come up in a while. I haven't encountered a security door yet this run. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to. But I need both the utility closet and the security in order to disable any security doors. Just take a risk and go for the odor. Mainly because it gives me more steps. That's still the same thing I've seen before. Now I need to look around for... Yeah, here we are. Sand and. Okay, north. hallway it is. Tint and tin. There's security again. We'll go ahead and spend a gem on security. Coin. All right. Security. Okay. Huh. Manic. It's obviously not going to be a word like mannequin. It's a dress or an outfit of some sort on a stand. Left side. Again, sea, cliff. I might have to come back to this one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that thing's called. Okay, we're going to go over here and we're going to say... I really don't want to see any more security doors. All right. Rank 7. Got 33 steps. Ooh. Oh, I was talking about the office earlier. Got 8 gems. That's pretty good. I feel like I don't want to redraw my floor plans until I'm totally trapped. Okay, so we've got the plane in the sky again. And we have a pane, a window pane. Yeah. All right. I still do not know the secret of this thing. What I do know is that there was like a... There was a note at one point saying that the safe code is 9083. Of course, that was printed on red paper, meaning it was a lie. But what if it was some other combination of the same numbers? Then it would be 9803. What if it was 0389? 3890. And it might not be in any combination of these. I don't know. 3098. Try one more. Yep. I still don't understand this puzzle. And I don't know if this note has anything to do with it. I already tried. Yeah, I think I did. I think I already tried that. I was like, well, what if it was the number of letters in the word 5235? But no. No such luck. Because it seems if this was a hint for the safe, then, you'd think that, okay, it's telling you something about counting. I'll try one more. 3, 1, 2, 3. No luck. I'm not going to be solving that one today. Oh, try the computer, see what we can find out. That would include servants' quarter and maid's chamber currently on the estate. Well, they are not currently on the estate, so that would not actually do anything. And we might as well spread. It will go to the conference room. Turn to the main menu, log into the network. That was disabled as of November 4th. Staff announcements. Saturday, November 7th, which is where it should have started. You can't request a schedule change. I think I already put a special order in with the commissary. That's why they had the metal detector in the first place. Terminal access, deactive terminals, security. This is the first time I've ever tried to connect from one network to another. So there's gems and coins that have not been collected. Okay. Didn't mean to actually disconnect. I'm going to have to pause here for a moment as I have to run and bring the dog in from outside. It's gotten dark outside. Electronic mail. Looked at those. Data transfers not available. Okay, so it's not going to give me the current day. I am going to pause here for a moment. Okay, I am back. Ah. Use. Ooh, ugly. Well, we'll spend the gems on a passageway. Passageway has routing for power. Passageway does not have any pictures on the walls, though. So I won't know what's supposed to be here. Let's go ahead and go north. Of course, it's going to require a key. I'll take the observatory. Or do I want to do the dark room? I don't have the breaker. I won't be able to see what I'm drafting from the dark room. But it goes more places. And doesn't cost any gems. No telling what I'm drafting. I will just draft. There's the furnace. Got a dig spot. Got a key. And yes, with no power routed to the furnace, nothing comes out. That answered that question. I wondered. I wish I knew what I was drafting. But I've got a couple gems. Let me see something. What I want to know is when you draft a workshop, does it cost gems? It does not. It's a mechanical room. It does not cost any gems. So if I'm looking for a workshop, neither of these two would be a workshop. It's not a workshop. Bunk room. Magnifying glass. I do have, however, I can put another letter on my map. Sorry, not bunk room, guest room. So I have plant and plan. All right, back down here. I guess guess if I want my dinner, I should go to the dining room now. Turkey. Oh, quail. Okay. Well, let me add this to the list of food items. Stuffed wild quail. Of course, it's plus 20 steps. Plus 10 if you have a trophy room in your house, which I don't. I have yet to see a trophy room come up. We'll have the dinner. What? You didn't even leave any bones, Simon? What kind of monster are you? Supposedly there's gems spread to the green rooms, but I don't know if I'm ever even going to get back to them. North, north, left. Ah, yeah. So here's all the gold that got spread. May as well grab it while I'm here. Tough. I am being influenced by the furnace. The gymnasium would take 2 steps. That's not terrible. Archive will lose the ability for me to see what I'm drafting. The chapel will take a coin. Chapel. And I got 4 back. And there's a dig spot. Worthless tin can. Let me update my map. Just for what I've got here. I don't think the chapel has any pictures, but let's be really certain of that before I move on. I feel like the numbers on these things are going to matter someday. Oh, something else. Where is it? Probably a key. Nope, just another coin. Yeah, I don't see any pictures. Sure, I'm going through keys quickly now. Well, if I wanted to turn currency into gems or keys, I could do it. The weight room will suck away half my steps, but has the most exits. I also don't have to necessarily go into the weight room. You could try going north from the chapel and see if that leads to something that's better. All right. Well, no, it's going to take half my steps immediately. No, that doesn't work. I see you across the way. They put it in a security door, and I don't have the ability to open that yet. Well, that sucks. I can see the weight room supports power. I want to make a note about that. I kind of figured that all of the red rooms had routing for power, except the chapel. Well, there's the code check with the gear wrench. I don't even remember what the gear wrench does. What does the gear wrench do? Each time you draft a mechanical floor plan, you may permanently adjust its rarity if you have the gear wrench in your possession. Okay, well, there we go. Well, if I draft the pool, it's going to be blocked. Unless I can rotate. It will let me rotate. I could also just go with the gymnasium and not spend another gem. It'll cost me 2 additional steps. It also is another red room knocked out of the pool. So I don't keep getting recommended that room. So let's do that. We'll do the gymnasium. I'll walk in. I will lose my 2 steps. I will log the picture that's on the wall because the gymnasium actually has a picture. I also need to update my chart again. So we have the estate, and we have a water hose. Or we could say it's a house and a hose. Running shoes. I have a lot of items this run. Key. The workshop. And a coin purse. Little late. Now here's an interesting thing. When I looked at the work in the previous run, when I had the workshop, this was not an O, it was a D. And the workshop doesn't have any pictures. But that's probably the letter for this room, for this spot. So I'm going to put that down as an O. Which means if I go back to a previous run, my previous runs, and I track what letters I'm seeing in which spots on the map, I can probably figure out the rest of this message, at least up to rank 5. Okay. I have a ton of items, and I do want to explore what I'm capable of building with them before I build my item. So let's say that I were to pick the broken lever. Can't be combined with the running shoes. I know it can be combined with the shovel. And it'll be the shovel and the battery pack, right? But can it be combined with anything else? Well, it can be combined with the sledgehammer. And again, with the battery pack. But can it be combined with anything else? No. What about, obviously if I do battery pack, then the other two. Coin purse, no. Magnifying glass, that, no. Okay, so running shoes. Really can't be combined with any of these items. Shovel. Well, we know the broken lever. Shovel and compass. That's the dowsing rod. Shovel and battery pack, of course. Shovel and metal detector is the detector shovel. Rabbit's foot does not do anything. Compass. Compass with shovel, we already know. Compass with the battery pack. Electromagnet. Coin purse, magnifying glass, lucky rabbit's foot. Nope. Sledgehammer. So it looks like I'm not going to discover any new formulas with what I have got here, but I still had to check. Coin purse in the rabbit's foot creates a lucky purse. Okay, there's a new formula. So we're going to add that into my list of things that can be made. Lucky purse. I don't know the stats on the lucky purse until I actually make it. But it is the coin purse plus the rabbit's foot. Magnifying glass and the metal detector. Burning glass. Interesting. And it does not combine with the rabbit foot. Okay, so there were 2 new formulas. However, what I want to do, and I'm going to stop here and note that I have 22 steps and a long way to go to get to the greenhouse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Did I do that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, I should absolutely be able to get to the greenhouse. So let's make this thing. I've made it before, so I know I can make it. And I know what it does. I take the battery pack. I take the broken lever. And I take the sledgehammer, and that's a power hammer, which can go through a weaker brick wall. As much as I would love to build something new with the things I have, because I have that brick wall available to me in this run, I have got to go and break it down. Now, I figured it'd take me about 12 steps to get there. I cannot go through the security door. If I go to the weight room, I think there's a security door there as well. There's a saw. I wish I could take the saw. I think my run is kind of pooped out, except for going through that brick wall. I didn't get a locksmith, so I'm not going to be able to see. Oh yeah, that's going to take 2 extra steps. That's okay. I'm going to look in there. Oh yeah, there's a tie. There's a tie. Is it worth it? Is it worth it for me to spend a step to step in there? I think it is. Because there's a drawing of a tie and there's a drawing of a clock. Now I got to figure that one out. Okay, yes, there's power in here. This is the weight room. So I want to note that my weight room supports power routing. Yeah, I already have that noted down. I think it's time and tie. That's an M. There's nothing else I can do in here. I would have needed either the key card or to have done the breaker room. And neither of those came into my possession. "15 steps. Gotta not mess up this up. Gotta go to the hallway, through the cloister, the courtyard. Treasure map. Oh yeah, I gotta do that. This looks like the spot. Time to start digging. I forgot about the treasure map, but I knew I had to go back through the room. I found it. Coffers of one of the lost coffers of Mount Holly. Contains 25 coins and 3 gems. That's great, except I don't have a freezer. All that will be gone in the morning. That's neat though. It's cool. Presumably there will be more of those. Now there should have been a gem spread into this room. I see it over there. I wish I could get to these dig spots. But I am not aware of a way to do that. Figuring that out is going to have to wait for another day. Onto the courtyard, which has a gem waiting for me. All these gems, which, I won't have any use for. I don't want to go that way. Go through the pantry. What does the sleeping mask do? Beep. Yes, she said. Yes. Good night. I can gain 5 steps by entering a bedroom with the sleep mask. I have a ton of coins. I'll buy it. Because what I can do is I can go into the nursery and gain an additional 5 steps. And it's worth the 2 steps in and out. Well, is it? Well, if I want to get out of the building, I will do that on the way out. I can gain some extra steps on the way out of the building. Okay. Through the nook and into the greenhouse. Now that looks like it's a wall right up against another room. What am I going to find? Obviously, I can't save this my safe deposit key that I found. I was really fortunate that things worked out that I was able to break through this wall today. Correspondence envelopes. Cut out letters. Like for a ransom note. The original Gardener's Logbook. From February 1990 to when I got fired. She loves me, she loves me not. She loves me, she loves me not. All right. This is a record of my many indiscretions and lapses of judgment. Should this logbook ever be found, know that my guilt is exceeded only by my failing. As the groundskeeper of vast estate, it is my responsibility to ensure the property remains well maintained and beautiful all around. The many green rooms and the manners of the sprawling lawns, it is my duty tend to every aspect of the grounds, ensuring they are orderly, presentable, and accessible so they may be appreciated by both guests and the family. That would be the day. This logbook, many years overdue, will serve as a record of some of my duties, discoveries, and contributions I have made to the state over the many years I have served here as groundskeeper, and however many more are yet to come. Not many, apparently. February 25th, 1990. A few months ago, I made a truly remarkable discovery in my role. Through years of breeding and experimentation, I created a new species of flower with a fruit that resembles a gemstone. Fruit is not editable. It is a marvel of nature. Entirely organic. Despite the creation of this flower being my proudest accomplishment, my joy was slightly curbed when I was informed by Randolph Moore that my employer's company, Think-A, had decided to deny my request to announce my discovery to the public, disregarding my years of hard work and dedication to this project. This decision was absolute rubbish. I poured my heart and soul into this project, investing countless hours of research and experimentation to create something truly extraordinary. I feel the flower has the potential to make a significant impact on the field of horticulture. As expected, they wanted the flower to serve primarily as a cheap way to produce resources for special floor plants. I had high hopes for this logbook, but I struggled to find a reason to add another entry. My employer's decision earlier this year has left me feeling disheartened. I find it difficult to find the motivation to continue my work. I'm aware that my disappointment is affecting my performance, and I am reminded of that daily when I see the houseplant slowly dying as I make my rounds. Perhaps I should quit. I really, really should have. Ambition has been reignited. I overheard, perhaps with some prodding, that the employee contracts for the staff are kept within the Baron's private office on the 10th rank. Yeah, there's only 9 ranks. Back to only 9 ranks. Salva confirms the long-held suspicion that the room 46 room is in fact north of the antechamber. Suspicion I always had considered too obvious to be plausible. Much as I wish to abandon all pretense about caring about my job to focus on the new project, I fear I must resume my gardening duties for the sake of appearances, as after all, been a long time since the north side of the house has received groundkeeper's undivided attention. Let's trim the hedges and see what we find. If there is a 10th rank, it is impossible to perceive its existence from the outside. If it does exist, I'm going to assume that reaching it can only be done through the antechamber. Security's only got tighter in the years after Mary's disappearance. And that room is no longer locked behind regular doors. It can be opened by regular keys. That would be too easy. The Baron had remote access levers installed in several rooms of the house. I know the location of 3 of these levers, as one was recently installed in the greenhouse, and another 2 were installed in the secret garden. Almost like they were just choosing green rooms just to tempt me. Antechamber lever location: secret garden, great hall, greenhouse. That seems slightly Okay, weight room sealed. Mechanarium, secret garden sealed. Okay. It appears each antechamber door has one primary access lever in addition to a redundancy in another location. Although these past few months of exploration have yet to yield the fruit I seek, I have in that time gained a much greater mastery of this state, and have stolen many glimpses behind the black curtain that veils her many secrets. Among the more exciting of my recent finds was the discovery of a hidden chamber in one of the outer rooms, sealed shut behind a false wall. The quality of the air, unmistakable aroma of corroded metal, led me to believe this chamber has remained sealed for many decades. I found within it a large vat and a copper still, their time-worn surfaces streaked with creeping veins of oxidation and rust. I am unsure if these can be restored to working condition. If they can, I may yet find a use for the sugar beets and potato stores rotting away in the root cellar. Resealed in January after the deal in Reddington fell through. Okay, so there's going to be another false wall in one of the outer rooms. At last I finally discovered the location of one of the north levers. It is deep underground in a location so far removed from any of the estate's plant life that had I been discovered, I would have been completely vulnerable without any excuse but curiosity to offer my captor. Anxious as I was to pull it, I have decided to wait until the Baron is away. It reduces the risk of being caught significantly. Once he leaves, I don't think that a delay in returning will be too hard to engineer. Now that Christophe is under my thumb, I'm beholden to do whatever I command. Sinclair's inner sanctum. There's a moon icon with a circle. No turning back now. Reaching the objective I had been working toward for the last 4 months, I made an impulsive decision in the heat of the moment and took more than just my contract. I found something that I knew could give me the chance to make back some of the money I felt was owed to me, and I grabbed the opportunity without really considering the consequences. Given that there is now only one missing file in the staff contracts, I have unwittingly left an incriminating trail leading directly back to me. My only hope is that they consider it too obvious to be plausible. I'm almost positive that I'm not going to get away with it, but at this point I feel I owed it to myself to get what's coming to me one way or another. Complicated. I feel like if there was a... Yeah, it shows a door there. So if there had been a room there, then there would have been a door through. I wonder how that would work. Well, the day's light is fading. There's a gym, because I'm in a green room. I can try to get outside and go back to the root cellar. I don't know if that's the room that has the item he's talking about. It is the room that would have the things that were rotting that he was talking about. So if I go to the Nook, and here, and here, I'm at 5. If I go in the nursery, I should get 5 back. And if I go in the bedroom, I should get some back. 2 and 5. So now I am well prepared to exit. And I saved a step because I had my running shoes. And I saved a step because I have the running shoes. Okay, so no luck here in terms of this being the room with the false wall. But it's going to be one of the other things that goes in here. It could be the hovel, it could be the shrine, it could be anything. I haven't been in and out of a room where I saw a false wall yet, but I may have not known what I was looking at. It's late and I have to work tomorrow. Day starts off with an 8 a.m. meeting. I only have 11 steps left. I don't think I'm going to be able to find anything else with those 11 steps. I have no way of getting to another room. It would have been really cool to have unlocked the freezer and gone there with what I've got in my inventory. I saved that dice for re-rolling, but it's if you can't unlock the door, you can't attempt to draft anyway. I didn't really think about that. I knew I was taking my chances putting off pulling the security room earlier, but I think this is a pretty good run, especially given that I'm just on day 14. I really would like to get a key that would get me through that door that's in the basement too. But that's also going to have to wait. Deep underground, huh? I know this is all blocked off. So far. All right, I'm going to call it a day. Well, I've got a garden excavation site. Now I'm the Green Prince. Good night.